panic is setting in for some franchises as the NFL approaches mid-season. Heading into a bye week, Philadelphia Eagles coach Andy Reid dismissed defensive coordinator Juan Castillo and served notice to his players, including quarterback Michael Vick, that changes could be coming if they continue to perform at a .500 level. This team, in his eyes and others, should be better than 3-3. In Carolina, owner Jerry Richardson let his team know that its drop-off to 1-5 is unacceptable. He fired general manager Marty Gurney. That move served notice to head coach Ron Rivera. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. That he's in trouble if the team doesn't start turning close losses into victories. There may not be panic in laid-back San Diego, but North Turner and the Chargers know pink slips await many if the team continues to blow games in the second half, as it did in losses to the New Orleans Saints and Denver Broncos. Romeo Crennel reflected on his troubled quarterback situation and decided Brady Quinn would serve better than struggling and banged-up Matt Castle, particularly knowing that the Chiefs are playing in front of some fans who cheer Castle's "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Concussion. In Dallas, it's difficult to tell what Jerry Jones is thinking, talking about Super Bowls for a team that seems stuck at .500. His team has underachieved to a degree, but injuries also are pulling the talent level closer to an average team. How that affects the future of head coach Jason Garrett is unknown, although Jones wants to stay with him. Of course, he wanted to do the same with Wade Phillips. Here are the trends for NFL Week 8. 1. Turn over the roster if turnovers continue. Reid, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Is serious about fixing the Eagles. He watched too many losses being pinned on the lack of fourth-quarter defensive adjustments and fired Castillo. The next target could be Michael Vick, who has 8 interceptions and 5 lost fumbles in 6 games. The Eagles are an NFC worst -9 in turnover differential, a margin that is difficult for even a good team to overcome. So far this year, teams are 19-63 in games in which they are -1 in a game's turnover differential. They are 6-37 when the differential is -2 or worse. The last thing Reid wants to do is bench "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Vick and go to rookie quarterback Nick Foles. The Eagles need to make the playoffs for Reid, Vick and many of the highest-paid Eagles to remain with the team next season. Historically, Reid has been a master problem solver during bye weeks. His teams have come out 13-0 after the break, and Reid has done more soul-searching and self-scouting than maybe at any time during this 14-year run. But isn't it ironic that Vick will be facing his former team, the Atlanta Falcons, at what might be the crossroads of his career? The Falcons are on the tour of "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The NFC East, and the next 2 weeks are critical. The Eagles and next week's opponent, the Cowboys, are playoff contenders. But if Atlanta beats one or both of those teams, the Falcons might not have to worry about facing them in January. For the Eagles, it's a desperation game. 2. Pressing quarterback story number 1, Detroit Lions head coach Jim Schwartz has come to the defense of his quarterback, Matthew Stafford. The organization points out that his yardage numbers and completion percentage aren't that much different from last year, when the team won 10 games and "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Stafford threw for 5,038 yards and 41 touchdowns. But something doesn't add up. He has 5 touchdown passes in 6 games, and his yards per attempt average is down from 7.6 last year to 6.7 this year. It doesn't help that the Lions play host to perhaps the league's best secondary this week when the Seattle Seahawks come to town. The Seahawks stress press man-to-man coverage, but they will be tempted to use some zone against the Lions. Because the Lions' ground attack scares no one, zones have compressed Stafford's passing offense. Zone schemes take the safety "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Away from the line of scrimmage to be used to double Calvin Johnson. Zones prevent Stafford from hitting on deep passes. Stafford has hit on 7 passes that went at least 21 yards in the air, according to ESPN stats and information. The impact on intermediate passes has been bigger. Stafford is hitting on only 49.1% of his passes that sail between 11 and 20 yards. His 9 yards per attempt figure for those passes ranks toward the bottom of the league. 3. Pressing quarterback story number 2. Most people around the league don't think thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Rivers looks like Philip Rivers. He's pressing. He pressed at the beginning of last season but snapped out of it in the second half. But his quarterback rating in the fourth quarter of his first 6 games is a subpar 57.3. He's thrown for fourth quarter interceptions and is averaging only 5.88 yards an attempt in the final period. Part of the problem is not having Vincent Jackson. Rivers is trying to adjust to a new group of receivers who may not be as talented. The other problem might be the types of plays he runs. Even though thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The Chargers have used an undrafted rookie, Michael Harris, at left tackle. Turner is still calling for a lot of 7-step drops. The Chargers head to Cleveland hoping to refine their passing offense. At least this is the type of winnable game that could spin the more positive feel for this season. The Chargers have games coming up against Kansas City and Tampa Bay and have a chance to get to 6-3 if they can win these next 3 games before they meet the Denver Broncos again. 4. Pressing quarterback story number 3, Cam Newton thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Asked for input for the team's suggestion box after Carolina's 1-5 start. The owner slipped in a pink slip for the general manager who drafted Newton. But the Panthers' problems go beyond Newton. They've lost their persona on offense. Former general manager Hurney provided Rivera 3 running backs on contracts worth the potential $89 million. But D'Angelo Williams was on the field for only 5 plays last Sunday. Newton has almost as many running attempts as Jonathan Stewart and Mike Tolbert combined. Stewart has only 35 carries. The coaching staff tries to mix some Newton read option plays with a regular thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Offense. But you wondered if the Panthers will just try to run conventional NFL plays this week. They face a Chicago Bears cover 2 defense that is tops in the league in interceptions and turnovers. 5. Third down alert. The combination of Todd Haley's play calling and Ben Roethlisberger's talents has enabled the Steelers to convert 53.8% of third downs. Roethlisberger has completed 46 of 71 passes on third downs for 621 yards and 5 touchdowns. Only Aaron Rodgers tops his 116 passer rating on third downs. But the Steelers' defense has been bad on third downs. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Allowing 47.2% of opponents' plays to be first downs. The key in Week 8 will be keeping Robert Griffin in third and long situations and containing him to prevent big plays. The Redskins have a hot offense, so defensive coordinator Dick LeBeau faces a tough challenge in this game. 6. Revenge game for New York Giants. The Giants have recovered from their season-opening loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Coughlin wants to avoid the first Cowboys sweep since 2007. Where is the home field advantage in this series? Since Jerry Jones opened his new stadium in 2009, the thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Giants have won all 3 games there. But the Cowboys are desperate. If they lose, they would fall 2.5 games behind the Giants, almost conceding the division. The pressure will be on Tony Romo and Jason Garrett. The Cowboys have shown plenty of flaws in close games, and this game figures to be close. 7. Secondary concerns a primary problem. The Green Bay Packers face the league's number 32 passing offense, the Jacksonville Jaguars, at a good time. Safety Charles Woodson is out for 6 weeks with a broken collarbone, which affects the team's youth movement in thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The secondary. Rookie Casey Hayward has moved into the starting lineup at cornerback and has made an immediate impact. He ranks with the best in the strong rookie class of cornerbacks. With Woodson out, more will be asked of rookie safety Jerome McMillian, who has worked as the team's third safety. Both look to Woodson for on-field advice. Despite the influx of youth, the Packers rank last in passing defense, giving up 342 yards per game. but not much is expected from the Jaguars. Blaine Gabbert has struggled and now has a torn left labrum. For key receiver, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Justin Blackmon has only 14 catches and a 9-yard average. Meanwhile, Joe Vick returns as the interim coach in time for the New Orleans Saints to test their problems in the secondary against Peyton Manning and the Broncos. Opposing quarterbacks have a stunning 106.6 passer rating and are averaging 8.9 yards per attempt against the Saints. 8. Was it wise to sacrifice the home game? The St. Louis Rams gave away a home game to promote their brand internationally. They agreed to play Sunday's game against the New England Patriots in London, giving them thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Only 7 games in the Edward Jones Dome. At one point, the team was willing to commit to 3 London games, but its efforts to secure a better stadium deal led to that opportunity passing on to Jacksonville. The Rams have been 3-1 at home. For whatever reason, perhaps the increase in the number of Thursday games, home field advantage is bigger than ever. The 61.5 home winning percentage is on pace to be the 6th best since the merger in 1970. The Patriots showed in Seattle that they can struggle on the road. Now, Tom Brady gets to thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Go against Jeff Fisher's defense on a neutral site, which plays to Brady's advantage. 9. Exploiting problems at tackle. San Francisco coach Jim Harbaugh will be trying to rush the Arizona Cardinals from the edges Monday night, knowing that tackles Buddy Massey and Anthony Belliste have given up a combined 21 sacks. The Cardinals want to be a 3-receiver team, but that's tough to do because of the tackle problems. The Cardinals line has surrendered 29 sacks on 218 dropbacks this season, according to ESPN stats and information. Because Ken Whisenhunt likes to flex the tight end away, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. From the tackles, the Cards try to block opposing pass rushes with only 5, and that often leads to disaster. 10. Sorting out challengers in 3 AFC divisions: Tennessee, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Oakland, Miami and the New York Jets may not rank among the AFC elite, but all 6 teams face important games. Can any of these teams step up and contend for playoff spots in the weak AFC? The Dolphins have the most to gain. Ryan Tannehill has done well throwing out of the no-huddle offense and faces a 4-game stretch in which he plays the thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Jets, Colts, Titans and Buffalo Bills. This stretch could define Miami's season. If the Dolphins can't take advantage of this 4-game stretch and come out with a 7-3 or 6-4 record, they can think about the playoffs. Rex Ryan hasn't protected home turf against the Dolphins, who have won 3 of the past 4 meetings at the Meadowlands. Despite bad defense, the Titans have climbed back to 3-4 with 2 consecutive victories, thanks to Matt Hasselbeck's ability to rally the team from behind. The winner of their game against the Colts can think about a wild card. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The Titans would be at .500. The Colts would be at 4-3 with 4 wins at home. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, their game against the Oakland Raiders is their season. They are 1-5 and have switched to Brady Quinn at quarterback. It didn't make sense to bring back Matt Castle at quarterback when the restless fans don't respect him. The Chiefs have lost 5 consecutive games at home against the Raiders. Losing a 6th could cost them some of their fan base.